Carl Sandburg said it best when he called Chicago hog butcher for the world, tool maker, stacker of wheat, player with railroads, and the nation's freight handler. Stormy, husky, brawling city of the big shoulders. Home of Lakeshore Drive and the Loop, the Wrigley Building and Wrigley Field, Soldier Field, and the lake itself, and one of the world's great promenades, Michigan Avenue. The Sears Building and the signature of John Hancock added to the skyline. And on the south side, a 600-square-foot lot at 35th and Shields Avenue, purchased for $100,000 by Charles Comiskey from the estate of the city's first mayor, John Wentworth. Designed by Zachary Taylor Davis, it was to become Comiskey Park in 1910, home to the first All-Star game in 1933. NBC's All-Star Anniversary Scrapbook begins, appropriately enough, with the Bambino. Babe Ruth hit the first All-Star home run in the first game 50 years ago today in Comiskey Park. Presents the 50th anniversary of Major League Baseball's All-Star Game. Brought to you by Polaroid. The fun starts when you share Polaroid instant pictures. Joe, a wise philosopher, once wrote that a man should have very old memories and very young hopes. Let's talk about memories. Okay. I was a kid growing up in the bleachers and the Polo Grounds in New York, and I cried when Carl Hubble lost a ball game. What about you? Did you dare dream of becoming a ball player?
I was like, I think every kid. I not only dreamed of being a ball player, I wanted to play for the St. Louis Cardinals, and I wanted to play for the hometown team.
Don Quixote would have said, that's dreaming the impossible dream. You not only made that, did you dare dream that you might someday play in the World Series?
I was dreaming not only playing it, Ben, but to hit that home run in the bottom of the ninth inning, and we would win by one run. I'd be the big hero, and of course I did realize the dream of playing in the World Series, but no home runs.
And you know what? You came very close to playing in an All-Star game.
50 years ago to the day, the American Lakers enjoyed things then. They won 12 of the first 16 Midsummer Classics, and they won the first one 4-2 with the help of a Babe Ruth home run. Yesterday afternoon here at Comiskey Park, the U.S. Postal Service dedicated a Babe Ruth commemorative stamp. And that sent us at NBC scurrying to our files for some vintage film of the Sultan of Swat talking about some of the most memorable moments in his legendary career. Let's share it now.
But I will say that I've had thrills before, number of them. Something like hitting a home run in Chicago that time. The Lord was with me when I called the shot. If he hadn't been with me, why, it'd have been just too bad. I can't go on forever. Somebody's got to take my shoes and take my place. But you can bet your sweet life that I won't play until I drop, but I'll play until I damn near drop. Thank you. Yeah. You want to do me a favor? I'd love to. Well, go away from here and let me sleep. All right. That goes for you camera fellas, too.
right, Babe, we'll step aside for just a minute, but we're coming back with a look at this year's top All-Star vote-getters. Back to Comiskey Park in Chicago in this 50th anniversary All-Star Games celebration. You know, no method of selecting an All-Star team is perfect. Whether the fans vote, as is now the custom, whether the players and managers select the All-Stars, or if the writers do it, there's always going to be controversy. And to a certain extent, that's probably good, because it gets people interested, gets them talking about the national pastime. Let's take a look now at some of the players people have been talking about and voting for in 1983. National League's top vote-getter was the ever-popular catcher of the Montreal Expos, many times an All-Star, Gary Carter. The overall top vote-getter in both major leagues, last year's American League MVP, Robin Yount of the Milwaukee Brewers.